25th President, Dr. Christopher Gribbin. Thank you all for being here. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Bunky Rao. I served as MSNJ's president from 2011 and 2012, so I have the medal proudly displayed. I cannot believe that it has been 5 years already. I'm honored to host tonight's event in honor of Dr. Christopher Gribbin, my fellow Middlesex County member. We have a short program to begin our celebration, but before we begin our meals, I would like to have an invocation from Jim Chola, who's the Vice President, St. Peter's.
Thank you, Bunky. I'd like to begin by congratulating Dr. Gribbin on being appointed President of the Medical Society of New Jersey. And I'm honored that you asked me to give the invocation. And if I could summarize the invocation in 3 words, it would be, God bless you. God bless the members of the Medical Society of New Jersey. God bless the physicians in our country. God bless all doctors. For the life of me, I don't know how you do it. Yesterday, I went to the pharmacist to pick up a prescription for my wife. And the pharmacist said to me, I'm sorry, I cannot fill that order. The doctor has to fill out a form justifying why he prescribed that medication. And I just want to give you a heads up, he told me. There's no guarantee that the insurance company will approve the order. What's wrong with that picture? God of the universe, we ask you to bless the leadership of the Medical Society of New Jersey, especially Dr. Chris Gribbin, who assumes the office of president. In a special way, we give you thanks for Captain Constable, for his service and leadership over the past year. Grant wisdom and fortitude to all society members for the advancement of their mission, to promote the betterment of the public health and the science and the art of medicine, and to enlighten public opinion in regard to the problems of medicine and to safeguard the rights of practitioners of medicine. Gracious God, through your bounty, you blessed America with great doctors, with great nurses, with great hospitals, with great technology and breakthroughs in medicine, yet we do not have the best healthcare system in the world. We ask you to empower this society to be an advocate for change, to protect the rights of patients, and to safeguard the practitioners of medicine. Bless our food, bless our drink, bless our camaraderie, and may God bless each and every one of us here tonight. Amen.
We're honored to be joined tonight by special guests. I ask that we hold our applause until I have recognized all of them. Please stand as your name and title is called and remain standing until we have the applause. Our guests from other states include Dr. Theodore Christopher and his wife Claudia from Pennsylvania Medical Society. Can you please rise? There you go. Thank you. Stay standing. Stay standing. Dr. Charles Rothberg and his wife, Mary Ellen, from New York State Medical Society. I want to recognize the past presidents of MSNJ and the current board members. Can you please rise? Past Medical Society presidents of the MSNJ and the board members, please rise. So as you know, that MSNJ is the first and foremost an advocacy organization. True to our mission, first voiced in 1766. Actually, the Medical Society of New Jersey was founded in New Brunswick in 1766 in a place called Duff's Tavern. And it's an incredible story how the society was formed 10 years before the Declaration of the Independence. We seek the advancement of the profession and the betterment of public health. We're honored to be joined tonight by legislative leaders who share our advocacy goals. I ask them to join me at the podium now to present ceremonial resolutions honoring our anniversary and Dr. Gribbin's inauguration. Assemblyman Dr. Herbert Conway is the only physician in the legislature representing the 7th District, and Assemblywoman Nancy Pinkin, who is the Executive Director of Middlesex and Mercer County, and more importantly, she is the wife of our own Dr. Jim Salowitz, who is an oncologist, medical oncologist. Nancy?
Hi, everybody. It's a pleasure for me to be here once again at this inaugural event to say, in the first instance, thank you to Joe Costabile for his leadership over the past year. And yes, those of us who practice, we know how difficult it is, and that invocation. The charge is to protect our rights as physicians, to make sure that we can do the job of taking care of patients and protecting their access to good health. Congratulations to Chris on his ascendancy to the presidency. He has been a toiler in the field of organized medicine for many years, and I'm very honored to be here to honor him on his inaugural night. I know he's going to do a great job for us as we move forward, and in keeping with the greatest ideals of this, the oldest medical society in the country, venerated as it should be for the great work it's done here now. What are we on? 251 years. So congratulations, Chris. We look forward to your success.
Chris is sitting. Chris, can you come up for a second? Okay, good. Well, we have a resolution from the New Jersey State Assembly, from Assemblyman Conway and myself, and also we have a proclamation from Congresswoman Bonnie Watson-Coleman to congratulate you, and I won't read all of the accolades, but we appreciate from Middlesex County and from the state all of the work that you do. And one of the things that I say as the Executive Director of Middlesex and Mercer is there's so many great things. While we sometimes get lost in the advocacy and the fighting over the federal and the state regulations, there's so many things that happen every day, and your commitment to the patients and to medicine is something that we have to celebrate. And there are so many ways that you've affected so many patients, so thank you so much for your leadership.
Thank you.
As we continue the program, I would like you guys to have, those of you who have the salad served, go ahead and start eating. We have been blessed already by Dim Chong. We We have one award and one honor to present tonight. The Groot Award was established by resolution to honor the selfless work of Dr. Robert de Groot in service to the medical profession. The first award was given in 2010. This year, we honor Dr. Donald Chevernack from Morris County. We recognize for your work on issues like insurance payments, women's health, and physician morale. We thank you for your leadership and look forward to your continued contributions to medicine and MSNJ. Dr. Chevernack, please come up to the stage. Presented by Dr. Peter Blumenthal from Boy Scouts of America, Northern New Jersey Council. Dr. Blumenthal, please come up to the podium and present your gift.
Thank you. The Northern New Jersey Council of the Boy Scouts of America has good reason to celebrate the medical society because we've proven to them that we're not just medicine men but also big rainmakers. I spare you the details other than saying that in the last 8 years we've raised $1.25 million. So we would like to honor the incoming president of the Medical Society and make him an honorary scoutmaster. But before we can do that, we have to make absolutely sure that he is properly equipped. So Dr. Gribbin, please join me here and receive the equipment. That's what I call the fearless leader. Thank you.
I just want to say that my father was a Cub Master, and he was a beloved leader of Cub Scouts in White Plains, New York. And he received an award towards the end of the time that he was a Scoutmaster, which we have still. And it says, to Charles Gribbin, the spirit of eternal boyhood. So I accept this with great thanks in my father's name. Thank you very much.
Peter.
I'm told that I skipped a page, so give me a minute till I find it, please. All right, this evening was made possible by the generous support of our sponsors. Please take a moment at this time, look at the ad journal to see our list of sponsors, and join me now in thanking them, especially those who are with us this evening. before I ask our president, Dr. Christopher Gribbin, to come up here, I would like to share a very cute and intriguing episode that his wife shared with me when they were in the dating stage. And I actually apologize, it's a repetition. Those of you who are at the inaugural, you remember this. Apparently during the dating times that Chris was very fond of taking his wife, Rhoda, to do sightseeing. So they were in California. His wife is Polish. She did not know what the horn means in English. It was new. She was new to the country. They were driving in a very curvy single-lane traffic, and there was an annoying driver ahead of them. And she says to him, and in the meantime, Chris had fallen asleep. They were driving, so he had fallen asleep. We all fall asleep, right, when our wives drive? So she says, where is klaxon? Where is klaxon? Klaxon means horn in Polish. He pulls out, he wakes up from his sleep, pulls out the map from the glove compartment and starts looking for klaxon as a place. So that's a cute story. Anyway, that's a repetition for people who were at the inaugural. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'd like to ask all of you to rise as we welcome our 225th President of the Medical Society of New Jersey, Dr. Christopher Gribbin.
That's a true story. Now, actually, it's a big three-lane highway, and that was actually the moment I chose to fall asleep. Unfortunately, those of you who know 70 know that it kind of dives into a little two-lane road going over the Continental Divide, and that's when I woke up. And the annoyance was a large tractor trailer that Rhoda was about to become very well acquainted with our little car. So that was the urgency to find Clarkson. So listen, thanks everybody for being here. It's going to be a wonderful night. It's really great to see everybody. I want to begin tonight by thanking a whole bunch of people. I want to begin by thanking my family and friends, and I want to really begin by thanking the three women without whom my life would be more than just a touch of gray, but with whom it's vibrantly colorful. I want to thank my mother, who is here tonight. She's 2 years short of a century. The best years are in the past. I want to thank my lovely, brilliant, fantastic partner of 30 years, Dronja. She's been more than supportive all the time that I've been out doing organized medicine, and I really appreciate it. And I just want you to know that the lovely gifts that are on the table, that's hand-painted silk from Poland. Droda found the artist, and last time we were in Poland, they're fairly welcome. We drove rather a long way out of Warsaw and into a very small little place to the artist's house, where we eventually decided on what we were going to have. So they make lovely for women, nice tie around the neck. For men, it's a lovely pocket hanky. And if you don't know how to wear them, just talk to Dr. Siegel. I want to thank my beautiful daughter, Caitlin, who is coming into the family business, so to speak. She's going to do a third year in medical school at Cornell and is now taking a little time off for research. You know, the funny thing about going to the same medical school that your father went to is it enables you to have some really interesting moments. Like the moment where I helped my daughter move into the same dorm that I had moved myself into 37 years, 37 years earlier. Yeah, all in all, all in all. Now, and then you have other very unique experiences. For instance, my daughter had the pleasure of doing a delivery with the obstetrician who delivered her. I want to give a shout out to my two golden retrievers, Samson and Delilah. They're a delight. They couldn't be here tonight. I want to thank my cousins. My cousins are here. Many of them came from very far away. Many of them I haven't seen in a long time, so thanks very much for being here. It's just great to see you all. I want to thank my friends who are here with us, who are not physicians, and friends who have come from as far away as I don't know, Lori, did you come in from Paris today, or from Saudi Arabia? Sorry. And from Long Island, and from all over the place, so I thank you all very much for coming. I want to again thank Herb and Nancy very much for their honor and for being here tonight. I want to thank our event sponsors. University Radiology Group has been so supportive of me all the time that I've been trying to do this, that, and the other thing in organized medicine. They've covered for me, my partners have covered for me when I couldn't, had to make a last-minute change in schedule. They've always been great, and it's a great radiology group to work for, and it's great. It is just unbelievable to have partners like you guys. I want to thank you all very much. I want to just give a little special shout out to Rob Epstein, Murray Becker, and John Nosher, who have been either business or clinical chairmen and mentors, and they're my bosses. So hey guys, thanks. I want to thank St. Peter's University Healthcare System for being a sponsor tonight. I want to especially thank Les Hirsch. He's been just tremendously supportive. He's a great guy. He's such a wonderful guy to work with. And I want to thank Bunky Rao, obviously my friend. My good friend Bunky and I have been working together for 30 years. So, it's really a pleasure. Bunky, thank you. I want to thank our presidential sponsor, Robert Johnson Barnabas. So many great docs here from Robert Wood. It's really great to see everybody. I want to thank Jim Sallis for putting together the Robert Wood delegation here. Thank you very much, Jim. It's always a pleasure to work with you. I want to thank our music sponsor, Comprehensive Pain and Rejuvenation Center, my wife's practice. She has gone so far out of her way to help support tonight's evening. There's a wonderful group of people here from CPRC, and they are terrific. Our guests have been recognized by Dr. Rao. I just want to add to that. We have a representative here from the Health Leadership Academy that we're building. Ann Hewitt, thanks very much for being here. From the New Jersey Physician Association, Diane Dow. Thank you. I want to make a special shout out to the New Jersey Health Foundation, formerly the MSNJ Foundation, and George Heinrich, who has always been so supportive of my work in organized medicine. He's not here tonight, but thank you, George. I want to mention some other friends. I want to mention Hugs for Brady. I want to mention Michael and Sherry Wells for all their great help and for their support of us tonight. They're really terrific people. I think many of you know them. I want to also recognize my dear departed colleague, Randy Siegel, who was an interventional radiologist who took care of Brady. His great humanitarian work as an interventional radiologist has earned him not only an award that is given every year from Hugs for Brady, but one that's given from our group as well. Corinne, his wife, is going to be here tonight. Unfortunately, she had a conflict with her daughter, so she couldn't be, but she sends her best wishes to everybody. I want to thank all my friends and all our colleagues from MSNJ, and I want to extend a special thanks And a note of recognition to Joe Costabile, our outgoing president. Joe is a great guy. He did a great job, a stand-up guy. And what can we say? Joe, everyone knows him. Just again, I'm not going to make people stand up again, but I just want to recognize the fellows, all the docs. We have docs here from Bergen, Essex, Hudson, Union, Passaic, Middlesex, Mercer, Morris, Camden. Did I leave any out? Burlington, yeah. I realized that I had left Burlington out and I meant to write it in. My apologies. I'd like to thank the folks who are coming from the Podiatry Society tonight. I'd like to thank all the medical students in attendance, not just my daughter and her boyfriend, but all our friends from Rutgers Robert Wood and Rutgers New Jersey Med. And I would like to, please, I want to thank a group of people who make my day a pleasure, who make my day fulfilling. I want to thank the techs and nurses that I work with who are sitting over here, and our physician assistants. They are consummate professionals. Let me tell you, these people are consummate professionals. They are great people to work with. They care about their patients. They are just a terrific bunch. So thanks so much, guys, for being here. I really appreciate it. I had the privilege of addressing the House of Delegates of the oldest medical society in America, the Medical Society of New Jersey, last weekend to assume physician leadership for the coming year. I spoke about my vision for the coming year and the priorities of MSNJ, a speech which I will not reiterate now. For those interested, it's available on the website. My hope is to bring forth those qualities which make physicians special. Our foundation in knowledge, skill, empathy, and respect. We bring these qualities with us daily as healers and medical scientists, and they inform our advocacy. Knowledge, skill, empathy, and respect come to us through years of training. At least 2 of our college years in basic sciences, 2 years in preclinical science, 2 years in clinical science, a year of indentured servitude as an intern, 3 to 5 years of residency, maybe a year or 2 of fellowship, maybe a year or 2 of research. You studied for a long time to become what we are, physicians, not the other people. Doctors are routinely held in high esteem by the public, and physician satisfaction with their professions is astoundingly high despite all the challenges we face. Medical school is more competitive than ever to get into, with acceptance rates varying from 4% down to as low as 1.6%. The rapid advancement of medical science recently has transitioned diseases that were once considered death sentences into chronic, difficult, but manageable diseases. Medicine is a truly fulfilling profession, and to be able to practice it is a real privilege. Those years have established in us a foundation of knowledge, skill, empathy, and respect, which we've honed by our years in practice to become what we are, the healers, the medical scientists, in our daily interaction with patients. Tonight is a night to celebrate physicians and their friends. One of our best friends is the Medical Society of New Jersey, a society which advocates for all physicians so we can all spend more time doing what we do best, which is delivering great care to our patients. Legislative advocacy, both in our state and nationally, is a core mission of the Medical Society of New Jersey. Again, I will not reiterate the summary of our legislative priorities that I presented last week, but again, it's on the website. In addition to our legislative advocacy, we're active in the legal arena. We accredit CME programs around the state. We're collaborating with payers and hospitals to build a leadership academy to solve pressing healthcare issues facing New Jersey. In the next year, you will see MSNJ launch an initiative to create interoperability among disparate EMR systems so that physicians will be able to have better information about their patients and physicians will run that system. These programs bring the physician's voice to improving quality and lowering costs of healthcare. So tonight is a night to celebrate, and I would like to ask every physician in this room and every medical student to please just take a moment to stand up. Everybody. All physicians, all medical students, everyone who is involved in doing what we do every day. You guys are great. With a foundation of knowledge, skill, empathy, and respect, we're well prepared to meet the challenges ahead, and I thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. I think that was a great speech. Don't you all agree? I just want to acknowledge, just like you said, physicians. We as physicians go through tremendous educational stress, college, medical school, residency. And we do what we do. And the most important thing is the legacy that we transfer it to the next generation. In that spirit, I would like to ask the First Lady, Dr. Gribbin, and his daughter Caitlin, please stand up and rise, because she's a 14-year medical student. They are passing on their legacy to the next generation, which is incredible. I think we all should work on that. Peanuts. Everything is peanuts, right? Peanuts, really. I'm going to tell you a true story. Chris and I have known, Dorota and I, Nina and I, we socialized, we have known each other for over 30 years. I called him out home for a dinner, and we're having dinner, and then I said, okay, well, what is this? He said, I said, they are peanuts. I said, what, peanuts? Peanuts from where? Peanuts from India. It's from a bakery that's very well known for over 70 years. And they call this peanuts commerce. Wow, okay, eat. I said, should I have some sugar, water, soda, whatever, because it's very spicy. He says, no, I'm going to try it. So he tries it, just falls in love with it. And then he said, wow, this is incredible. I said, okay, you like it? Okay. So we bonded, not just as friends and colleagues, but peanuts. We bonded with peanuts. So every time I go to India, he says, can you get me some peanuts? I said, yeah, sure. And he calls it gold. He says, he doesn't share it with anybody. He says, he puts it on everything. Trust me. He says he puts it on a hamburger. And he says the hamburger tastes better. So, with that, you can't have your presidency without having your gold.
Okay.
There's your gold, buddy. So those of you who want to dare trying this spicy peanuts, we're going to have some at our table. You're welcome to join and try some sample. We only have a bowl. Anyway, thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all for supporting MSNJ's Goodwill Auction. After dinner, please visit the registration desk to pay out. That concludes our program. Please enjoy the evening, except that Mr. President wants to say something.
So one of the things that happens at events like this is that there's a Goodwill auction, and there's a very slick auctioneer who gets up and he walks around the room and he starts at some outrageous price, and it comes down, and it comes down. Eventually people, yeah, I can do that. We don't have a slick auctioneer tonight, so you got me. But I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm going to go to each table and sing. And you're going to pay me, and believe me you will, for me to stop singing. Okay? So listen, when I was a kid, my mother, she had a good friend who was our chorus director. And still, despite that, when the kids went to chorus, I was left back in the classroom with the social misfits and the really dangerous kids. You know, I might have been socially awkward, but I wasn't a misfit. The problem was I couldn't sing. Not to save my life. So look, it's gotten better over the years. A lot of practice with certain people in this room, Grateful Dead concerts, knowing all the words, being able to. But you know, one of them, whose name shall not be mentioned right now, mentioned to me that, hey, the better way to hear the music is you go like this, then you can really hear it well. Okay, that's great. And then when I was really singing along with the next piece, I looked over and I said, he's going like this. Something must be wrong. So anyways, I think I've gotten better, but I warn you that I'm not that good. So here we go. Actually, we're not going to do that. But we do have a Goodwill auction in the other room. These are beautiful ikabanas that were made last night by Ikebana Masters. And we ask you, please, think of it as the same kind of goodwill that you would be paying me to be signing it. Right? So your bid, whatever your high bid is, we'll ask that to be a donation at the end of the night. And of course, whoever bids the highest for each Ikebana takes it home. Please help us out. Bid on an Ikebana, and think of it as a goodwill bid. Thank you very much and enjoy the evening.
That concludes our program. Please enjoy your